What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part, I want to say 9 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Sea Lord Aislinn Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, in for a penny, in for a pound, Aislinn decided that if he was going to solve all of Ulthuan's problems, he might as well go all in and really solve them, taking out Malekith in the air above the Circle of Destruction. I guess the Circle of the Druchie's destruction in this particular case. We're moving on towards Naggarond and Hag Grief soon, where the lovely Druchie landmarks will help us fund our armies and dragon ships. They definitely need it because, yeah, our income problems still remain. Nonetheless, we're looking pretty good, and Aislinn is going to keep moving. Oh, I also had an idea with this. We could borrow one of the armies from these guys. I'm gonna say this one's just because it's closer. And if it can still move, let's see, yeah. If it can still, only March stance. Okay, but it can move in March stance. What we can do is have Arathon land. He may not have all of his units yet, but, let's do that and that. But even without all of his units, he can use this little army to reinforce. It's not like we're going to be building units from the other High Elves, so we might as well take advantage of their armies, such as they are. You want to go over here? Or are you good where you are? I think Silostra's back, and if she has a full stack, she might attack. I'd rather her attack Arathon, because then we could get her defeat trait, so... Anyway, Aislinn, you will destroy the remnants of Malekith's army here real quick at the Circle of Destruction, and auto-resolve it for obvious reasons. And we'll pick up the ransom captives, because we need more influence per turn. I mean, need is a strong word, but yeah. Anyway. Ooh, we'd be able to push all the way to Hag Grief if we wanted to, but we'll take the... Actually, wait. Go right past the Circle of Destruction. Go this way. And then loop back around towards the Circle of Destruction, like so. Then establish... not establish colony, but give this to Naggareth. Like so. Establish outpost. And a short victory achieved. Ooh, gives us hero capacity. I was not expecting that, but I'm pretty happy about it. And we can still reach Hag Grief. Very nice. We could, in theory, also move southward, mostly because I doubt that any of our allies would be able to take Hag Grief. I'm a little bit concerned, now that I think about it, of losing Clarkarond and all of these other territories. Admittedly, there's some nice stuff over there as well. We could obviously move you down to Clarkarond and take Venomglade and Hotek's Column before anybody else does, or even just Clarkarond and Venom's Glade while you guys go after the Black Forests and Hotek's Column. Maybe that's the better way to do it. I'm still kind of salty about Vol's Anvil, and we may just go down and kill those guys just because we do have 3 colonies available right now, and we could still grab Naggarond, Hag Grief, and Clarkarond. And it would be funny to get all of the Dark Elven cities as colonies. Kind of like the idea. Alright, you know what? Go southward. The main province, I guess, with grabbing Clarkarond is the fact that there's other territories nearby. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, Circle of Destruction, we should level you up immediately. You are a coastal territory, unless I'm mistaken. Eventually that ruined dock might be built, but until then. Let's build some... You know what? Let's not upgrade it past tier 1, because if these guys don't bother leveling it up to, well, anything, then it'll be a problem anyway. Anyway, Aislinn, go to Clarkarond. I really doubt these guys are going to go too much north. They are at war with the Drown, but they're not at war with Naggareth, so yeah. Anyway, let's hope that that works out. Salendor the Patient, you, my friend, have most of your army now. Grab that sea corpse real quick. What do you see? We'll loot the carcass. Really? Why? Okay, so the auto-resolve doesn't like this army, interestingly. I guess it'll debut in its current form then. Go.
I shall always guide and hearten you, defenders of Ulthuan, to battle!
Alrighty, here we go. Been enjoying the speeches from the Sea Helms, and excited to hear a few more. Still haven't decided whether we keep them on foot or on mounts, and, well, I mean, I guess we will have these guys available in a bunch of armies, well, 5 dragon ship armies, and maybe Now that I think about it, we can have one with a different mount each, just for fun, but anyway, here we go. I don't think this should be much of a problem. We do outnumber the enemy. The big issues really are just going to be the rotting leviathans, and I think we can deal with them just fine. We got a little bit of aquatic versus aquatic in the sense of the Lothern Sea Guard facing off against the zombies, but the not-so-aquatic lions and warline chariots are going to make their debut and smash into the line of zombies as well. Just gonna have to be careful not to pincushion them ourselves. There we go, lions and war lines alike working together, mostly because there's nobody to attack on the flanks, as we want to avoid big boy out there. And that's working decently well. We're focusing down 3 out of the 4 or 5 units of zombie guns. The others are firing away at our lions and lion chariots, and we'll have to switch to focusing them down shortly. As for the white lions, we've got one of them at least going after one of the rotting leviathans. We've trapped it in the trees, where it being a large unit, it will get debuffed, but these things are always extraordinarily hard to bring down without range units, and even buffed up both the regular white lions and the pure main company are going to take their time to do it. But that's fine. I still don't imagine it will have the time to do as much damage as it like. Out here, we have a regular unit of white lions facing off against the zombie pirate deckhand mob. The armor-piercing weapon damage of those war axes of theirs is wasted upon the units of zombies, but nonetheless, they should be able to trounce them without too much trouble. Much better unit after all, though again, not nearly as good a unit as it should be. There's no way that a white lion A should be a tier 2 unit in my opinion. But I digress. Anyway, the Sea Helm and the other unit of white lions is moving on to take down the first rotting leviathan with a little bit more focused fire. Both help from the Lothern Sea Guards, and all of these units together should drop the thing. And in fact, everywhere else the enemy army is dropping. All the range units are done for. And completely expectedly, it's only the big boys that will remain. Or I should say it's only the big boy that should remain, because the first crab goes down, and we're going to have to move to kill off the second. Lovely work from the white lion chariots, or war lion chariots, and the war lions themselves, and looks like the second one melts away, giving the quick little fight to us. Alright, there we go. Nice quick little fight. I don't know why the auto-resolve was thinking that this was going to give us any kind of problems against half a stack, but all good. Nice little debut anyway. Still gotta get the second Sky Cutter with Bolt Thrower in this army to replace one of the Sea Guard, but otherwise this army is very nearly complete. Wait. Shouldn't you have a Noble in your army, or did I not move you this way? Wait, Lore Master? Do we need a Noble? That's a question. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, we will go for forced labor this time around, because we might as well heal to full. I'd like this army to fight some Tzeentchins, and I don't want it to be at low HP by the time it does. You are going to the Swordsmaster army. You, then, are probably free to march stance. Demon's Gate maybe is the way to go. I believe there's a billion armies here, and while this army, I'm sure it can take one army, no problem. Probably gonna be a little bit tougher to take multiple. Actually, wait, if we go out to the Great Ocean, we should be healing more, so go out here. In fact, wait, go into foreign territory, wait. I just want to hit the edge of the Great Ocean, see what this does for regeneration. Yeah, it's quite a bit. Alright, go into March Stance, then go this way. Stay in the Great Ocean, where we heal significantly more than in neutral coastal territories. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't, but that's how the game is played. Anyway, you guys are going to wait one turn to see if these guys sally out, and then... Oh, did I build equipment? No, let's build some equipment in case they don't. And then we'll take that particular territory. Arathond, you're good where you are. Saji, now we have one of Malekith's armies having landed, so I think you're going to move here to reinforce Black Creek Spire, because it's more poorly defended than Slaver's Point or Karant Kar, and thus if they're going to attack, they'll probably attack here. Just in case they do, is there anything we want to get here? I mean, eventually, you might as well start going through Skymaster. You're going to need to buff the Phoenixes, such as they are. And then CARADRYAN, do we have any items that we could give you? Okay, obviously not Valoriath's robe. Talisman of Preservation. One's on Aislinn, one's going to have to go on Arathon. The legendary lords get this. And I guess we could give it to CARADRYAN as well. Makes sense to me. Golden Crown of Atrazar. We should put this on somebody who has a big character leadership aura. Funnily enough, do you have a big character leadership aura buff? I don't see anything like that. And take a look at the heroes later on and see. Oh, you should also... Well, I guess you should save your points for your unique lines, so just save them. You're fine. Alright, basic armor and enchanted item. What do we have available to us? Potion of healing, I think, is going to go to a lord. I think this guy should be pretty darn tanky, so... he might not need one. What do we have as options here? A relic sword. You know what? Hold on to the relic sword for now, just because it gives you magical damage. I like the asp bow because of the poison application, but the wyvern horn bow and the sword of striking are kind of inferior, so we'll fuse them into something better. Ranger's axe. Good for a princess, because of the access to range. You can have a potion of toughness, I guess. And potion of farsight I also don't particularly care for. But Shield of Talos can be useful. Let's combine it with the Extinguished Phoenix Pinion. Potion of Farsight into another Potion of Healing. Alright, that's a decent one. Oh, I guess we could combine the Crown of Command with the Golden Crown of Atrazar on a supporting hero like a Noble or something, and that would be nice. Shame we can't use Executioner's Axe because it causes desyncs. Sapphire Guardian Phoenix, actually not needed in this army because we will get magical attacks on all Phoenix Guard anyway. That's okay, though. Alright, I think that's good enough. I assume there's no spare ancillaries that we should give you. Horn of Isha does not need to be in your army. Control doesn't help. A Lyrian Horsemaster or a Tanian Vintner doesn't help either, so we're okay. Otherwise, I believe, let's see, Artheus, you need to get some ships companies. Start building them. I know, money, but just start building them anyway, and I guess we can go back to tech thievery once more. So steal from the Castle of Splendor, and steal from the Altar of Facades for as long as you can. Alright, Barda de Thilmar Steed, great, but you will not be having one of those. Let's get you Wound, and let's take off that Steed. Alright, good. And then you don't have a steed, correct? Correct. Alright, skip. I believe we're ready to end the turn, unless I'm mistaken. Sometimes these ships, like, pretend that they can't move, but in reality they can. Oh, you've reached rank 50. Alright, let's get you a Mentor. And then we have one last point. I guess we skip Valor of Ages and just go for Ward of Hoeth. You don't have a lot of spell resistance, so, yeah, let's go for Ward of Hoeth. Much as I'd love to get the extra speed or the Valor of Ages, we can't really easily remove this without resetting you, and I just don't think I'm gonna do that. Alright, there you go, Aislinn, you're good now. And anybody recently reached 40? You have, meaning Mentor. You are about to. You have already. Just wanted to make sure that those were where we wanted them. End turn. Oh, and we can get another one of those dedications going as well. Grimgore is fighting Challengers of Khorne. Ooh. That's a fun contest. I'd love to see Grimgore face off against Starball the Undefeated in a one-on-one. And they will go after Saji. Well, that's beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted, because I want to see CARADRYAN in action. Now let's give leadership to, I don't know, the Keepers of the Flame. I don't think they need it, but why not? Let's see how our Phoenix Guard do in their debut. Go.
Asurian wills it.
Alrighty, here we go. CARADRYAN on the field, captain of the Phoenix Guard and the Phoenix Guard as well, the Keepers of the Flame, our regiment of renown, the regular Phoenix Guard, and of course the couple of Flame Spire Phoenixes we have. And just the 5 units make up this army so far, but obviously we will build it as soon as our money situation has resolved itself. Anyway, oh wow, Princess 77 melee defense? That's pretty solid. Just base value considering you're not really leveled. What about CARADRYAN? What are you looking like? 70 and 53 magical damage from the weapon. Oh! Did I take your... I took your weapon, didn't I? Okay, well, whatever. We'll deal with it later. Keepers of the Flame are 6873, pretty nasty, but while they do have decent resistances, 30 physical, 10 missile, they will still be vulnerable to range fire, so we will have to be careful about that. Even with all of those resistances, the Dark Elves have access to a lot of armor-piercing damage. Anyway, obviously we're waiting for the reinforcements to arrive, so we will send CARADRYAN to annoy the enemy Scourge Runner chariots by himself. Weird not seeing him on his Phoenix, but we'll get that when he's leveled up. And he's going to do a little bit of damage to those Scourge Runner chariots. Frankly, they're going to do plenty of damage to him because they have their anti-large projectiles. Really, it's anti-large versus anti-large here. And I guess it's just a matter of time seeing who takes down who. Scourge Runners have always been a great unit, so they are damaging CARADRYAN a fair bit. And that's with his 30% physical and 18% ward save. I'm going to need to get him some regen or a healing potion or something so that he can survive contact like this. Yes, we did give him that potion of toughness, but you know. Anyway, the battle is about to begin as our reinforcements have made their way onto the battlefield, and thus we are going to move first, i.e. the Phoenix Guard are going to lead, and while they will take damage, I'm sure, it's better than our allies who are much more fragile taking damage. In the meantime, the Flamespire Phoenixes will begin their assault, dropping their fire bombs on the enemy. Nice little flyby, and that was, what, half of your ammunition, giving you 43 kills and 8,000 damage. For those who tend to watch my SFO campaigns, mostly, I mean, I mostly do SFO, but anyway, you gotta remember also that SFO has vastly inflated numbers because it makes battles slower by increasing the health pools of all units. So the damage dealt we see in vanilla tends to be lower, so it feels like if you compare to SFO that units aren't performing as well, even if they are. But anyway, here our Phoenix Guard will face off against the unit of Dread Spears and Black Guard of Nagaron. Halberd on Halberd, Elite on Elite. We'll see who carries the day. Otherwise, the bounce power is only about 60% in our favor, and a lot of enemy range units are firing away at us. CARADRYAN has moved to the other units of Phoenix Guard to lead them, though he is damaged at this point, having taken a fair few hits from that Scourge Runner and other range attacks. And we popped that healing potion to allow him to heal, and we're going to help him out with a couple more of those bomb drops from those Phoenixes. Should we put more Phoenixes in this army, or Arcane Phoenixes? Do we want Arcane Phoenixes maybe in the Hoeth army, or slash Sword army, the Swordsmaster army? I will think about it. Arcane Phoenixes would work there as well. And sure, we could mix Phoenixes here, and admittedly Arcane Phoenixes do have that vortex of theirs as well as fire damage as well, but gives us more of an excuse to use more fire-centric Phoenixes in this particular army. And then some other army we could do the Frostheart Phoenixes. Potentially. Do they still have the slow or... Okay, I gotta double check. Again, I play SFO so much that I sometimes get confused about what passives exist, what contact effects exist, etc, etc, etc in vanilla versus SFO. But it's nice to mix it up on occasion, just because it feels like a slightly new game every time we change. Anyway, the battle continues, though very much in our favor now. The enemy lord has fallen, and the enemy balance of power is only about 15%. Of course, they do still have their murderous prowess to rely upon, but they will get their range units continuously distracted by our Phoenixes, though they have taken damage at this point. And our Phoenix Guard will slowly but surely overrun them. Alrighty, do enjoy that halberd work from CARADRYAN there. And just a little bit more and the enemy army shall be sent packing. Hopefully CARADRYAN still uses his halberd when he's mounted on Phoenix back. We shall see. I don't remember, does Teclis just sit up there when he's on the Phoenix? You'd think of all the lords, Teclis would occasionally be, you know, launching a soul quench or something at nearby enemies. Anyway, with that, the Dark Elf army breaks, even while murderous prowess is still up. Perhaps not so much prowess there. And, are we closing the distance? Why? Look at this. These guys are at 33 movement speed. And the Keepers of the Flame... actually, I'm just curious about this. Okay, no, they did outrun them. I think these guys started moving uphill, and then that's why they slowed down. Okay, I thought that was a bit weird. We might want to speed up this army with a couple of passives if I remember to do so. But anyway, a lovely little fight, lovely debut for the fledgling Fires of Asurian army. Alrighty, there we go. Very nice debut for CARADRYAN and the sort of first elements of his army, I suppose. We just gotta get him a fire mage or two and a proper fire army. For those unfamiliar with the lore, if we consider end times canon, which admittedly is debatable, CARADRYAN eventually becomes the incarnate of fire, or the incarnate of Akshi, the wind of fire. Incarnates are like sort of avatars. Is it? Well, maybe not. Avatar isn't quite the right word. They become empowered, an immortal incarnation of that particular wind of magic, incarnation, whatever. And yeah, for Akshi, the wind of fire, that was this fella. And, you know, the whole Asurian blessing as well. He's probably the best candidate for having a fire army in the entire game, so, you know, gotta get him a proper one. We are damaged, but we can't heal the phoenixes anyway, so I think we'll just take the money. We'll hopefully be able to chase down what remains of that army immediately afterwards. And, oh, another little army. Why did you move here in march stance? What are you doing? Okay, well, good luck to you. Many luck is wished, but it won't matter. Anyway, peace treaty. No peace. Slaaneshi, no peace. Ambusher discovered. Enemy killed in battle. Faction destroyed. Blessed Dread destroyed. Okay, I'm just happy that we were able to defeat them in that quest battle, because we didn't get to cross swords. I rarely see the Dark Elves get wiped out. That's kind of interesting. Well, they still have to deal with Dakala down there, but, well, actually, no buts. Dakala is pretty overpowered, so who knows? Who knows how well they can do it? Hey, Kairos! If it isn't you, just out of range of the rest of our army here, eh? I do wonder how close the other armies are. I'm just wondering specifically whether they can march stance to help Kairos. I'd love a nice one-on-one, although, wow. He's got the severed claw in there, plus Kairos himself. It'll be a solid fight if we manage to make it happen. Alright, go. He seems to be going this way. Oh, is he going to the Fortress of Dawn? Alright, let's stay near him. Like this, maybe. And then we'll see. Oh, we got the text completed, a little bit of power up. Let's go for the martial law now. Control and upkeep reduction. We need every little bit that we can get. Now, back to, well, actually not back to Aislinn yet. I would like to see a couple of things first. Okay, so this guy is clearly landing. Silostra's still here.
Sail the skies.
You're running away, which is unsurprising. Are we able to catch up with you? We are. Are we able to auto-resolve this, I guess, is another question. Alright, let's quickly grab Skymaster. Like so, and then CARADRYAN, you just need to be rank 8, and you're nearly there, so just keep going as you are. I did not mean to double-click you, my bad, dude. And 2000 isn't the max, right? It's just a coincidence that we somehow have 2000? Huh. What is this again? This is the Swords Masters of Hoeth one. It is the only, well, it is Safari, so of course it is. I'm just double checking what ones we don't have. This one gives us Sundering attacks for Dragon Princes. This is the Dragon one. No. This is, okay. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot huh? I did not remember putting you there. Who are you? Tyrannoc, Patronage, Lycomoida? I genuinely don't remember who the heck you are. Huh? Lycomoida? Who? Is that the... Oh, I guess that was the lord that we... wait, the Exemplar Lord, right? Princess? No, that's Rinda. Who the heck is Lycomoida? I gotta stop saying Lycomoida. Archmage? No, seriously, who the heck is this? I'm so confused right now. This is us, right? We can... Huh? Cooldown 1 turn, no lord currently select... What? Okay, wait, I just need to see this. Who is... Oh! I see. You're the lord... That was so confusing. You, huh. Oh, we keep the patronage for that particular lord when we borrow the army. That's quite interesting. Okay, I thought I was having a stroke there for a moment. Anyway, Artheus the Vengeful. You, with your blades, are going to be the one to go for the Safari patronage. Artheus the Vengeful. Oh. We need to wait 3 turns. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you don't have your army up and running anyway right now. So, alright, back to whatever it was we were doing. So, first of all, hunt down this army so that you can go elsewhere, please. I'm hopeful that you can auto-resolve it, and close victory? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. Probably had to heal for a couple of turns, but I'm fine with that. Free Warrior Bane, not bad. Healing is not much, so we'll ransom the captives for additional influence per turn. Okay, yeah, we did go over 2,000. It was concerning for a moment. And you will march stance and now start moving on down here, I guess. Alright, looking good. We could actually pop off Invocation of Isha if we really wanted to for the additional casualty or punishment rate. Is it worth it right now, though? What does this do? Unbreakable for Ship's Company and Lothern Sea Guard, 20 speed when fighting at sea, perfect vigor for Mereworms. I haven't gotten to use this once yet. Frozen contact effect for Oceania. This lasts for 3 turns. How many Sea Guard do you have in this army? I'm just wondering whether we might need it to fight Kairos. Again, I'm worried that there's another army here in March stance that will be able to reach us. Let's also level up while we're at it. So, oh, right. We have to choose between armor and... Well, the Unending Volley doesn't help us all that much, admittedly. Because we'll only have 2 Lothern Skycutters. It's the armor that I like. Speed is amazing. We don't really need it for the Sea Guard, and these units are already very, very quick, though making them quicker isn't a bad idea, and, well, making the White Lions quicker isn't a bad idea either. So it's 5 melee attack, 10% weapon strength, and 10 speed, plus additional replenishment. Versus 15 armor, and admittedly these guys do need armor due to their very low melee defense. The speed won't make up for the lack of melee defense, that is a fact. Although, you know what will, Master Strategist. So, well, I think we're gonna go with armor again. Revered Tactician, much as I'd like these as well. Honestly, either one would be really great. The only thing that makes me hesitate is to lose out on some speed, but yeah. We'll go Revered Tactician, Unending Volley, Always Prepared, which gives us a little bit of upkeep reduction, and then start going through Master Strategist to get these guys a little bit of extra armor. Probably could have done... Actually, you know what? Probably should have done Dedication to Mathlann here instead. Alright, let's do that. Alright, that should be a little bit stronger. Lore Master, you're at least a high level. You have the reduction on the White Lions. We will get you spell resistance. We need you... Huh, I could have sworn I had already done that, but it must have been the other one. Fair enough. Don't really need Melkoths or Shems that much, but we'll still get them, but I'm gonna go for the wards right now. If we fight Kairos, there's a distinct likelihood we'll need them. We'll grab Roiling Skies, because, you know, Kairos is a flyer, and I'm going to say... Probably won't get too much value out of Comet right now, but Earthing, considering we overcast things periodically, is nice. Oh, actually, you can't overcast really anything here, can you? A Roiling Skies plus Focus Mind equals Roiling Mind. Let's just get Focus Mind because it gives us miscast chance or reduction anyway. But also, not just miscast reduction. You can then go into Dragon Ship Expansion. I don't believe you need to build anything here, at least right now. Though, once we have the spare crew growth, we could just build you the Lothern Skycutter building and not have to worry about ferrying one to you, which is great. Alright, so you're good for now, because we can't afford anything else on you. Aislinn. I guess you have to go back up to kill this one, and then we won't be able to get to Clark Harond, which is a shame. But it is what it is. Alright. Can't leave you alone here because you'll just take Circle of Destruction and it'll be a whole thing. Obviously, this is Pile of Spears, so we'll auto-resolve them. I guess Malekith took all the good units, which, you know, Par for the course. And I guess ransom the captives. It's not a lot of money. You know what? Actually, heal up to full. Yeah, we can't reach either one, which is annoying. Alright, but at least you healed up to full so you can march stance and try to get to Clarkaran fast as you can go. Actually, wait, go right here to the edge of our own territory. We can still heal very, very slightly. Oh, get in camp. Why did I even bother? What about this stuff? I am a little bit tempted by the upkeep reduction again. We do have that growth. We need... Oh, we only need 8 to get the max level? Yeah, you know what? Let's just wait it out until we can get Citadel of the Calendyrian. I think that's actually a... Armandus has a sun dragon? Yeah, for now. I think that's one of our objectives for long campaign victories, so... Yeah. Armandus, speaking of, I was just talking about you.
Your orders are reasonable.
And go here. Take out Kivald Heckbile and auto-resolve him. And then keep on moving. And we'll steel tech one more time, but then the tech thieves are gonna have to... they're gonna have to go somewhere. Somewhere that isn't here. And you will have... Okay, you're probably okay with 27 turns. How many turns do you have? Let's find out. Of course you fail now. Okay, you have 8 turns, so a lot less likely. Ooh, he's trying to get some islands all over here. We could definitely make up some money. Anyway, you can't reach Castle of Splendor right now, so we'll put you into a camp stance, and I hope reach it next turn. Alright, there you go. Alright, we'll level you before we fight as well. Alright, who is next? Erathond, you guys. I wish that you had blockaded the place, but you haven't, so what can you do? And they've taken Black Forest. Oh, that's actually fine, because I was going to give it to them anyway. A little bit annoying that they've taken it without now an outpost, but you know, whatever. You go into a camp. I don't think we need to fight this because it's pretty garbage and I don't really care about our ally army either, so we'll do this and then we'll immediately establish the outpost for Nagaryth. Yep. Oh. We could sack it for 12k, but you know, it's on the coastline and I'm a little bit worried about the place being taken. It's currently tier 4, meaning we could, if we sack it, take it at tier 2. I mean, these guys will be safe and we need money more than they do. You know what? Sack it.
Belongs to them no longer.
And now we'll give it up to these guys at tier 2 instead of 3. Establish outpost, Nagaryth. Establish. There you go. Alrighty. They should still be happy. You too. Go here right beside the place. We will advance towards Silostra, but a little bit more carefully, because you two need to heal up for a turn or two before moving there. I don't imagine anybody else is going to punish her faction. I don't see... Okay, I guess the army that was here retreated, so we're probably good. As long as this army doesn't take stuff. But we shall see about that as well. Anyway, you need defenses immediately, and I guess we need to take a look at building in general. Yeah, you're a coastal settlement. Alright, so we'll do that. Just gotta be careful not to overspend the money for, like, the 50th time. Mayron, who are you again? You are a Mist Mage. Oh, yes, you need to go down through the Southlands fast travel. I would also like to see any new Lore Masters. Okay, not any that I want right now. We'll just have to keep checking heroes every turn. What do we have here? Dynamo and Dangerous, which is not what I want. Genius and Protective. Huh. Wait, Genius Mist Mages are better than regular mages? Huh, because I swear that the regular mage geniuses are, yeah, +3 research rate, when these guys are +10. Huh, are Mist Mages able to steal tech? They are not. Huh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but all good. I need to keep checking the fire type lore. Not super happy with this. Although Glittering Robe isn't a bad one, but do the units in that army, because this would be for CARADRYAN's army, do they need the +60 armor in an emergency? I don't think they do. That's the thing. If we could get a protective beast lore one for the army with all the beasts, that would be nice. I don't dislike the conductor trait though. Targeting range for spells, a super long range Flux of Doom, and being able to apply our protective spells. Huh, that's certainly a possibility. I was gonna move the Heavens lore out of that army anyway, eventually. You know what, maybe. Maybe we'll take Conductor then. And plus we get to keep our enhanced Thunderbolt for purposes. Alright, fine, let's go with Conductor. And then you can move as well. Alright. I believe that's good other than Sarian, who has to move into this army. Okay, fine, you want to land? Land, I don't really care. You can't recruit yet because it's too expensive, but we're getting there. Soon to have new colonies, which will pay for it. Now, speaking of buildings that might make money, let's take a look at... Okay, wait, let's actually start from the top again. Fine, 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 fine. I wish I could, like, check off a particular province that is, you know, fine and thus don't touch it. Well, Legion of the Gore Queen is nearby. They're probably going to start going for these guys eventually. Let's get them some nice garrisons so we don't have to deal with them. And then I guess go for the Elven embassies. We don't have any trade goods here, do we? Funnily enough, we have one in the Monoliths, and that's the one place where we would want to establish a different type of Elven trade building, but all good. Alright, you're fine. You are not fine, Obsidian Peaks. Let's keep upgrading this. I'm going to say don't upgrade the other two, though, because there's a strong likelihood that the place gets destroyed. You're fine as you are. Skullcarver's Abode, or you're fine now, rather. Clawed Coast. This place gets a new place, needs to be built up. Occam's Forever Maze, yes, we will continue building it up as well. And that's it for the colonies. We still have 33,000 gold remaining, so 6 turns worth of money. Double check Diplo in case there's a trade agreement possibility for us, but it doesn't look like it. So we will skip. And we will go back to Aislinn, and then we will end the turn. Save the dragon ship supplies for the Citadel of Calendyrian. Alright, end turn. What is... Oh, they will attack. Valiant defeat as well. They are... How are you so high ranked? AI and its cheats, because we killed Kairos... Wait, we killed Kairos' main army, and he's level 35 with all of these elites? I don't know how you manage that, AI, other than your cheating ways, but what can you do? I guess we're fighting. Go.
No challenge has ever defeated members of Bel Shanar's order. This one won't either. Enemy magic!
Alrighty, here we go. Kairos Fate Weaver itself with a level 35 on him that we have to be very, very wary of. Granted, our own Lord Aislinn is up at level 50 at this point, or nearly so, but I don't know, it's still pretty darn high for Kairos, all things considered. Those AI cheats, man. But anyway, I'm gonna start working on Kairos as best we can, a Spirit Leech as well as 3-4 units of Lothar and Seaguard, focusing him down, plus the Sky Cutters. Of course, unlike Aislinn's army, we don't have the magical damage application on our Seaguard that we otherwise would from that item, the Phoenix, whatever it was. And so it's going to take a lot more effort to bring Kairos down with his 30% physical resistance, and, well, he had ward save while he had his ability up. And frankly, the AI did a good job using it at that particular time, as it allowed Kairos to close the distance a little bit more. And that said, we're going to move Salandor, our Sea Helm, in to fight Kairos, and the Withered Bird isn't the greatest in melee, so we should be able to bring him down over time. Otherwise, it's time to lay down that fire and start focusing the Pink Horrors, because they are going to start doing fairly decent damage to us. One volley into the unshielded flanks of the Lothar and Seaguard sees them lose about 40% of their HP, but it is worth it to get a couple volleys into Kairos' flanks, and with the help of the Sea Lane, bring Big Bird crashing down. Sandgors have arrived and are now engaged with the Lothern, or the Lore Master of Hoeth, whereas on the left flank, the enemy tried to loop around us with some Centigors of Zinch, I should be specific. The White Lions, or War Lions, fortunately, have absolutely torn those Centigors to shreds, and while they have lost about 15% of their HP, largely in thanks to the Chaos Warriors and Marauder Spears that were helping the Centigors out, it's worth it to not allow the Beastmen to close with the Lothar and Seaguard in melee. Over all the way on the right flank, we have 3 of our units of White Lions deployed. The Pure Main Company is engaged with the another unit of Centigors of Zinch. and is doing a pretty good job at tearing them apart, but great axe on great axe, they are both dishing out damage to each other. Alright, well, they're gonna keep going at it. The weird spawn is facing off against another unit of white lines and actually doing very, very well against them as they are down to about 20% of their HP. We're going to need to help them out, and the Sea Helm, after dealing with Kairos, is going to start trying to knock out those weird spawn. Funnily enough, the weird spawn have like the perfect color scheme to match ours, don't they? The white and blue that they have. It's kind of suspicious there. It frankly matches our color scheme a lot better than it matches the Tzeentch color. Well, I mean, not a lot better, but better than it matches the Tzeentch color scheme, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, we've still got another unit of white lines holding the enemy back, both the Chaos Warriors and the Marauders, and it looks like some Exalted Pink Horrors. But they're still holding, and that's just fine. We're up to 48 weapon strength. And while that's happening, the enemy range units have become engaged with all of our war lines. Oh, poor fella. Alrighty, well, there's more lions where that came from, and them and the lion chariots alike are preventing all of those missile infantry from getting off any more shots, leaving it to the axes of the white lions to dish out the damage. And by the looks of it, fairly successfully, as the bounce power has shifted to about 75% in our favor at this point. We are going to reposition our Lothern Sea Guard to fire upon the Chaos Warriors as they are engaged, and maybe reposition our white lions so that they don't take as many arrows to the back. An enemy chariot, the followers of the Great Eagle to be specific, attempted to charge through, only to get torn to shreds in melee by the Lothern Sea Guard and then promptly pincushioned as it attempted to run away. The biggest threat on the field, the Severed Claw, will be the last unit to break, and we've been trying to hold them back, and they did do a fairly solid amount of damage with 33 kills to one of our units of Sea Guard. But the Lore Master moved on in and started laying into them. And unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, they broke before they could do any more damage. Only the Unbreakable spawn with that lovely color scheme of theirs remain. And the Sea Helm will bring the... Well, okay, the Sea Helm will not bring the last one down. Now it will. And there we go. The white lions take care of the last of the enemies within the trees, and the enemy army is destroyed. You gotta say, it was a nice fight. We took severe damage on the 3 units of white lions that were in the trees. A little bit less so on the Pure Main Company, but yeah, pretty badly hurt. This unit of white lions was also severely damaged fighting a unit of Chaos Warriors, and possibly the Severed Claw as well. And the ones that were on the left flank held well. But yeah, Pyrrhic victory, but well worth it, and I think it means that this army is perfectly capable of sort of handling things on its own. Alright, there we go, a close victory and a rather fun fight, if I do say so myself. Kairos goes down, and while his Iridescent Horror revives, very little in the way of other units to do, so happy with the results. One of the White Lion units got 12k damage, very solid, and generally speaking, their damage delta's gold value was significantly higher than the Lothern Sea Guard, even if their kills were lower, because obviously they were fighting more elite units. The War Lions did fairly well, but this was not the kind of map where we could utilize our chariots to great effect, because they were either in the forest or they were in the water, and yeah, that didn't work out so well, but all good. They still were quite tanky and helped the regular war lions do a lot of good work. Anyway, much as I'd love to take the money, just in case there's another army nearby, we should probably heal up. Alright, and well done. Happy that our other armies are starting to, you know, move and do things. And I see Silastro running around. Whoa, Silastro just lost, got killed by somebody. I wonder by who. Gonna have to take a look at that later. And oh wow, Mazdamundi's forces are up here as well. This is all tremendously interesting. Let's see what's going on. Really don't want to lose Hagri for a Nagron, so we gotta make sure that we take it for ourselves. Okay, so Alethanar is perhaps going to Hotek's column, considering he just defeated Silostra. We cannot reach it ourselves this turn, so we will move up here. And they've captured... Oh, we gave them the Twisted Glade. Right. You cannot reach it either? No. Decent likelihood he captures it next turn, but you know what? It's fine. Slightly annoying that he'll do it without an outpost there, but all good. There we go. Spell resistance. Very nice. And Seafarer, ally mission aborted. Oh wow, okay, yeah, everybody had a mission to kill Silostra and then ultimately was not able to. Alright, fine. Bellacoris, oh no, where is he going now? Well, hopefully with all the other elves, or at least Avalorn at war with him, they can deal with him. We'll take Anne Sea Urchin then. Moira and Orwen. Okay, we'll take Orwen. We can grab an army from Atan or an Order of Lore Masters or Ivarus right now if we wanted to, so let's just see what options we have there. Alright, where are their armies? Are there any ones that would be of significant usefulness to us at this current time? We can't take Tyrion's army, and the other Aetanian armies are all kind of in places where they're not helpful. And frankly, it looks like Teclis only has the one army that we could take it. Oh, they've lost Vololtrax. Of course they did. That's the one we gave to them, so you managed to lose it and the outpost therein, and thus you annoy me tremendously. Alright, let us take the income from ports increase, because we need all the income we can get. I assume we can still get these even though we're at 6 out of 6, like it doesn't max it out, right? I guess we're about to find out. Silvered stores. And accumulate the required dedicated. Okay, yeah, it looks like we still can. We just don't have the amount. You need 900 and then you need 800. We'll do one of these next. How is the how's the money looking? Okay, that barely did anything. Damn it. All right, just keep on going then. You. I guess grab Clarkaron. Wait, to take it as a colony. Okay, we'll kill Land Sea Urchin first then. A bit of a waste of points, but all good. And so yeah, so these guys are moving up here now, so we want to take these territories and give them to our allies before they do. Storag Core is also part of this territory, right? Yeah. No, wait.
Retreat and regroup.
Screwed that up a little bit. Kill a Sea Urchin because we lose our movement as soon as we take Clarkaron. I was just talking about it and then I forgot literally less than 30 seconds later. It's on brand. It's on brand for me. Actually, if we take Venom Glade, we can take Clarkaron next turn and wouldn't have to loop back around as much, so we'll do Venom Glade first. Like so, auto-resolve, obviously, and we'll give it to Nagaroth. Establish outpost. Try not to lose it if you would. Alright, and then we will build the defenses, and this thing we won't upgrade them as yet, because who knows if they immediately get occupied. Burning Book of Corn, no thank you. Sacred Incense, missile resistance in area. I do like that. And the character leadership effect is potentially nice as well. Anyway, you guys will proceed to Hotek's column. I'm going to assume that you can't take Black Forests, although, because this was taken by these guys and not as an outpost, it's a lot weaker. Alright, Saji, you need to move this way. You don't have a full army ready to go as of yet, so you're gonna have to just deal with it. Although on the bright side, the defenses are being built up here. The monoliths, their capital is still pathetically weak, but everywhere else we're okay. Alrighty. Who's up next? Armandus. You, I believe, should be able to... Okay, one last tech thieving. And one here, and one here. Okay, really? 2 failures in a row? Come on, man. You. Take the Castle of Splendor.
Your orders are reasonable.
Auto-resolve, no steelies or seduction this time, and... I'm tempted to sack it, although it'll be very expensive for these guys to build it up, and do we really want the idiot AI wasting all its money on this? Especially if they start fighting Krokgar's lizardmen? Maybe not. Alright, just give them the colony directly. Useless AI. You have to plan ahead with the understanding that the AI is going to be useless and stupid. You cannot encamp. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess you're just gonna have to suffer a turn of attrition before you hit the Altar of Facades, and then, I guess, sail out, grab a couple islands, and then go on towards Zinch. Watch this guy now pick up Skullcarver's Abode. Even with the defense as well. Start building this up just in case anyway. Maybe Teclis will grab the army, unless he just gets killed. Which is a distinct possibility as well. Can't be relying on the AI. Anyway, a negator of Mist Mage variety, you're going this way because we will be putting in the gray into this army rather than the Everqueen's court guards. You, I believe... Wait. Oh, right. Wait, did these guys... Oh, did I leave you in place? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Auto-resolve. And then I guess it's not much, but I think... Actually, it's so little that I guess we'll still take the influence rather than the healing. Alright, order successful. Enemy killed in battle. Enemy killed in battle. And this guy probably wants to move towards us. We don't heal very well here, but we'd have to go all the way back up here into the Great Ocean to heal properly. Maybe we go relatively close. And then get ready to use Mist Landing if these guys don't want to move out. Now, you can't build any of this. What you could do if you wanted to, though, is either start on the Skycutter landing thing. This thing is good because Asur Fire is quite nice. It seems to do decent little bit of damage. The other thing is to go for the upkeep reduction, and admittedly, I am rather tempted by it, even at the cost of dragon ship supplies. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. And I'd really like the growth as well, but, you know, upkeep reduction right now. Alrighty, you have Militia Master. You now want to start going to buff the White Lions, which means going through Master Strategist. Makes them a little bit better in auto-resolve as well, because it's a +6/+6. You leveled up twice after fighting Kairos, so let's max out your lore, and now we can start making you out to be a fighter. Mage of the Heavens. Not so sure that you're staying in this army, but for now, let's get Overcast, Curse of the Midnight Wind. Let's make Harmonic Convergence cheaper because we constantly cast it. Next up, are you at 19 or 2020? You're 2020. Okay, you're good. All right, Aislinn, why haven't you... Oh, right, you can still move. Oh, you can actually reach Clarkarond. Fantastic. Establish colony. Auto-resolve. And establish colony. Not a port colony, but a colony with a landmark, so it's worth it, I think. And plus we got a woodsman's hut. Upkeep reduction faction-wide, eh? Plus elven trade. Yeah, it's a nice colony. Alrighty, we will go immediately for growth. We will uncollect the income because it's going to be insignificant for a little while. We will want to... What do we build first? Defenses? I'm tempted to go defenses, even though this is like the garbage defenses, but we could do it temporarily while it grows, so let's do that. Oh, wait, these things can now change to Cast-Abound Causeways because this is where there's an elven colony in the province. Yeah, we do want Storag Core then. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then I'm going to assume that these places will not get destroyed, so we're free to go for the upgrades. A little bit nervous about it, but... you know, do this and this. That looks good to me. Who's next? Salandor the Patient, we did move. I hate how it doesn't display the fact that the ships, just like the same bug as Black Arcs. I mean, maybe it's not a bug, but, you know. There's some UX issues there. You, Saji, are fine for now. Artheus, you need to recruit, but you can't recruit because it's expensive. I mean, I guess what we could do is just fill up your army. Well, I was about to say fill up the army with ships companies, but the thing is, even if we do that, we'd still need to come back here to recruit, and unless there's an island that's very close by and there's none, it's not really worth it. Much as I'd like the extra XP. So just stay here. I'd rather fix the money situation. I don't imagine it's going to take too many more turns anyway. You don't need growth either, so you're fine. How about you? Getting there. Alright. Eladan, you are the conductor of beasts. Yes, conductor of beasts? Oh, I kind of like that. It's a nice little moniker for her. CARADRYAN, you're going into this army, or Sarian. There we go, and set sail, please. Lovely. Alright, anybody else need to move? I believe we're good. So, let's do building, and then let's move onward and upward. You outposts. Alright, another outpost check. It'd be nice if we didn't have to do this every turn, but at least it's still significantly quicker than the admin for, like, regular factions, so I'm still reasonably happy with it. Lothern is fine. Abyssal Crater Glacier is fine. You need to be upgraded, and you... Wait, Twisted Glade. Yeah. Not going to be a colony here. It will be a coastal territory, as there is no trade goods here either, so just build the regular Envoys Hall. So I needed to convert something somewhere, but I don't remember where it was. All good. Alright, build you, and Castle of Splendor. I think you're fine now, so we can freely upgrade you to the coastal thing. Alright, and looks like we're good with those, which means another end turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all skippies, and the yes, end turn. Calendarian thing? No, not yet, but close. End turn. Alright, so we got Clarkarond. Next we've got Hag Grief. I think we'll try to send Arathon this way so that we don't have to... we don't have to send Aislinn around. I would really prefer that. Oh, and it looks like these guys did indeed capture this without our intervention. A little bit annoying that we won't be able to build the building here, but it's all okay. I don't mind so much. We have to get to Clarkarond anyway. Alrighty, and oh, look at that. The trees have all grown back. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I guess they didn't. Well, we're gonna give it to them anyway. Slaneshi giggle. You, go to Hotek's column. And we'll move the other little army in to reinforce just so that you don't take significant damage.
Infused by Hoeth's wisdom.
Yeah, infused by Hoeth's wisdom, me too.
Magic guides me.
Alrighty, and then Saji. Why are you taking attrition? Recent event. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm so sick of that mutagenic energies. It is such a stupid ability. It's like a plague. It's not as bad as a plague, but it's still irritating. Anyway, the Twisted Glade is coastal, so you can go for... oh, we already built the coastal structure. The coastal settlement. We could start building the Cathedral procurement exchanges. Yeah, it's a loss of trade, but maybe we start getting a few of these, because it's a 20% increase from trade tariffs, and while that's not worth a lot yet, it will soon start being worth a lot, because we're going to get a plus 100 cages, plus 100 iron, plus 100 marble, plus more marble out of this, and wood as well, which means we'll be getting a lot more trade goods than we once had. Oh, you're able to reach this. I wonder if these guys are going to take this. I'm just going to assume they aren't. Anyway, Arathon, take this with an auto-resolve. Relic Sword, and we will establish Outpost for Nagaroth. Ooh, nearly 10 out of 10. Wait, can we confer with Lords again? Okay, you hold on to the magical item. March Stance, and go this way. And then Likamoida, who confused me so greatly, go this way. And then you're not coastal, but you will still need buildings. There you go. Alright, Aislinn. We gotta get to Hag Grief before anybody else does. Though, as quick as you can move, you could grab these really quick, but I think we're going this way. Oh, there you go. Nobody else can do it. Alright, we'll check building later, or actually, in fact, buy later. Oh, and we can get Saji more units up here if we fix the money. Damn it. And, ooh, Abyssa. You've got... whoa! Huh. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if she built this specific army to counter the army that we have here. This is really interesting. I'm surprised by it. We could block or wound if we wanted to, although you actually need tech thievery, and you can't reach her. I would rather go into defense. Alright, let's try to block her for a second. I want to see if we can stop her moving for a turn. Hey, success. Alright, so this allows her to move here, but not close enough. So we'll go here, we'll heal to full. Or, actually, I'm fairly willing to allow her to attack this army, even slightly damaged as it is. Yeah, you know what? We'll do this. We will go here. This is basically the only place you can attack now, and we'll put the gray in, because we were going to do that anyway. The gray Shadow Warriors. And yes, that is more money per turn. And yes, we are going to start needing money again per turn soon. But we're working on it, guys. Everything is fine-ish. Tremendously fine-ish. And you move back into the... yeah. Well, actually, this garrison is not that great. Although we don't know if there's another army there. That's a problem. I'd rather heal for another turn before risking it. We could always... oh. Are you gonna retake Volol tracks? You should be able to, in theory. It's poorly defended. These guys do have minor territories here, like Akarax as well. It'd be lovely to take Fate Weaver's Crest. You know what? Go a little bit closer. Yeah, I don't see another army. Alright, go into Dragon Ship Expansion, heal for one more turn, and then maybe we'll Mist Stance on. And you can also grab the Ship Treasury to reduce the upkeep further, and then you can upgrade your Dragon Ship Halls to level 2. And Aislinn, you're one turn away from the from your upgrade as well. Alright, we're getting there. Anyway, folks, with that, I think we're in a pretty good place to call this particular episode here. We have, well, plenty more to do, clearly, but we're looking pretty good. I think, wait, Patrons of the Realms, okay, not this. Okay, not this. I wanted to see, can't consult leaders yet? Oh, yes, we can. Okay. We could wait a turn and consult Alethanar when we can get his thing, his unique line, his Alethanar's Champions thing forever to permanently buff our Shadow Warriors, which would be nice. What, does this give them snipe? Oh, it does give them snipe. Then we wouldn't need the Mistmage in that army. We could always put the Mistmage in another army if we should so desire, though we can give stock and snipe to the Lothern Seaguard as well, which would kind of help with the Shadow Warriors. Kind of makes sense. Anyway, I think we confer again and grab another Horn of Isha, maybe? Although the additional Books of Hoeth tempt me as well, because they're really nice to have on every single lore master that we have, and probably every single mage. The other thing that it gives us is Feloriath's Robes, which are only really useful to mages. Anyway, let's do one more Alariel consultation. Yeah.
Help me protect what...
Request equipment, and that's more money down the drain, but, you know, good, it's a good spend. Anyway, like I said, with that, we're out of time. I'm calling it here. Next time, we continue working on taking out Kairos, and we should be able to take out the Slaneshi for good. We will move towards Haggrief and Nagarond to continue punishing the Dark Elves here, and restoring the territories of Nagarath, which is looking pretty strong already. Looks like our vassal or allies are doing a good job of dealing with Be'lakor, not allowing him to come south, which means we don't still have to continue protecting the Shrine of Cain. Anyway, more to come. Stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially as campaigns get older. The engagement will determine the campaign length and the episode length. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.